homosexual, transgender, and LGBTQ communities as a whole. A good friend of mine who is transgendered recently had an issue, and I wanted to sit down with her to discuss it. I hope you guys take something from this conversation and that you learn something and that you enjoy it. Hey guys, it's your girl Shatara with the Shatara Experience, and we are live. We are interviewing my friend, Brandi J, and she chose to do it with none other than me, of course. Okay, so those of you who don't know Brandi is a well-established entrepreneur. The things that she do is she's a restaurateur, and we're here in her space, Traffic NOLA. I absolutely love Traffic NOLA. I love the tacos. I love the tap out $20 tap out. You know, she also is a hairstylist. She claims she's retired, but she really can't get away from it, okay? She just does it all. But Brandi was formerly known as Brandon. And let's just get to the bottom of that. So B, can you tell us a little bit about the Brandon, the childhood amazing goddess, but that's not who you always were?
I can share just a little, but not too much, because I am, in the process of releasing a book that shares detail for detail about my childhood. Mm-hmm. But I do come from a really good background as it relates to love. Both of my parents accepting me for who I am, my sexuality, just letting me be me. I come from a single parent poverty. So my hustle comes from survival. So everything that you see, everything that I possess, it comes from straight survival. Mm-hmm.
Quick question. How did you know that you weren't Brandon, but that you really were Brandi?
I was probably about 3 or 4. I never wanted to play with other kids. I would go to nursery and still go with my uniform like 7 days straight. I always played like in hair, like my mom's hair, all of these things. When I used to get asked like what I wanted for Christmas, I wanted a kitchen set. I have a cousin, we're the same age. I used to always play with her baby dolls. I always knew that I was different, and I've never been attracted to women.
Gotcha, you always knew and you have never been attracted to women. Quick sidebar. I have a 5-year-old son, mm-hmm. right? And we were watching something on TV, and he saw 2 guys each other. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Mommy, that's not supposed to go like that." And I was like, I know. But I feel like on television, they are putting in, everyone's face that this is normal. What's your take on that? Being that you knew it was something as a kid, like you probably feel like you was born that way?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is your take on it being forced or shoved?
My opinion, I don't think it's being forced or shoved. I actually think that it's necessary that the media, TV networks are putting it out there, because society still to this day too does not fully 100% accept people for who they are. So I think that it's great that networks, television, reality stars are putting out, same sex, whether it's female on female, transgender, gender non-confirming, all of those things, so people can be more accepting to it. Because I come from an era, I'm born in 1992, where it's not. It's like, okay, this is for girls, this, that, all that kind of stuff. I personally believe, my theory, I was created this way. Sidebar, when did you have the choice to be gay or straight?
I feel like it was a natural thing, just as like being a mother. Like I didn't know how to be a mother, but once I got pregnant, had the baby, it was like an instinct.
No. I asked you, when did you have the choice to be gay or straight?
I didn't.
Okay, so goes to saying that you always knew you were born a woman, you were attracted to men. However, now there are some people that are bisexual, but they prefer to be with a man that prefers to be with a woman. But in your case, you've always had the choice to be attracted to the opposite sex, right?
Right.
So you didn't really have a choice.
Right.
Your body, your genetic makeup, your chromosomes, your hormones, all of those things were attracted to men.
Yeah.
Okay. Answers the question.
That does answer the question, and it brings me to another point, because I feel like people, you said it, like people, it's good to put it out there so people can see what it is, know what it is. But there are people who are just like, I don't agree with this.
Yeah, I mean, because that's people's religious beliefs or people things that taught is learned behavior. It's a lot of many different. A lot of people say the Bible. You know, people say, you know, my seamstress still tells me all the time, God didn't make, you know, Adam and Eve. He made Adam and Eve. You know, all of those things that are taught unlearned behavior. My theory of it, I was made this way by God Himself, and I'm a firm believer in God. Like I praise and worship Him daily, you know, and He created me this way.
Okay, God created you gay, right? But you made a decision to change the way you look.
Yes, absolutely.
And once we go on this, so you've made a decision to extensively
Yes.
change the way you look.
Well, God put it in my spirit. He actually, he created my mind, body, and soul. He created all the tools, and also He's blessed me with the resources as it relates to finances to be able to change my appearance.
So in changing your appearance, about how many surgeries have you had?
I've had 7 procedures totally. Started in 2015. I was 23 years old. I got my first breast implants and liposuction. I actually have them here, if you guys would like to see them.
We would.
So these are considered high-profile breast implant silicone done by Dr. Messenger Stephen. I want to say I spent $13,982.50. These were 350 cc's. So now I have 700. So now I have like double the size of each one. So and I replaced these 2 years ago. So I had them for 5 years. Breast implants normally last for about 10 months, but I kept mine for 5 years. Of course, I wanted bigger, more sexier, more projection. You know. So and again, God keep blessing me to make the finances to choose to fix anything that I dislike about myself.
What all have you?
I've had 2015. I've had my breast done, liposuctions in my abdomen. 2017, I had liposuction BBL to my hips and butt. 2017, I've had my inner thighs liposuction put into my hips. 2020, I had liposuction reconstruction to BBL to my hips, but I had my back done. Actually, again, in 2020, I had my breasts replaced. And then 2021, recently, I got my face liposuction, and the thighs liposuction back in October, so a couple of months ago.
Okay. Would you mind disclosing about how much money you spent on this transformation?
Total, just doctor fee, I spent about $40,000.
Doctor fee about $40,000.
Yes.
Wow. So Brandi, it had to take courage for you to be able to go and have 7 surgeries. Tell us a little bit about the courage that it takes to even be in your position.
It definitely takes a lot of courage to, first and foremost, go under the anesthesia. Secondly, take a chance on that you're uncertain if, things will go the way that you like it. So first things first, So, I just pray about it. Again, like I said, I'm a firm believer in God. I pray that God to forgive me for any sins and ask that He guide the doctors and the anesthesiologists and all of the nurses and ask that He lead me to a successful and speedy recovery. And He has. I've had 7 procedures with not one complication. I'm actually scheduled for another procedure in September, which I am getting my gender reassignment.
That's big.
Yes. So in addition to the 40,000, it will be 50,000 on top of it. So it'll be 90,000 total. It just takes a strong, brave person, just to mentally even say I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Just to even mentally say that, what, I'm going to change this. I don't like this. I don't like the news. I don't like this. So.
That was my next question, to ask if you were fully transgender. And so that's good to know. But I think a lot of us are ignorant to what it means to be transgender.
Yeah,
we just feel like it's a man, he get his stuff cut off, and now he's it's like so can you educate us on what is a transgender?
A transgender is a person who identifies themselves as the opposite sex or something different from what they were born at birth. Also, even if you haven't had the procedure, that does not make you not trans. You understand? Anything that you go from one to the next, from start to here, start to finish, or even in between, is transitioning into what the ultimate goal is. So many people don't have the knowledge about transition. Even if you go a male wearing a haircut to a woman wearing a wig, that's still a transition from a haircut to a wig. Or to extensions, or if you go from flat chest to breast implants, it's to the pre to the now. So a lot of people, especially here in New Orleans, they're very uneducated as it relates to sexuality. I mean, I've been seeing it for 30 years now. People still tease, people still ridicule, people still try to expose, all of those things, which I think that is very, 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 very unfortunate that people are still uneducated, because when you expose someone, it takes over their truth, or when you do not respect them as they identify themselves, it shows the lack of immaturity and just the lack of respect from someone being who they are.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good what you just said there, having that ignorant exposing and thinking it's, you're doing, but in reality, what it is that you're doing to the other person. That's a real good scenario. So you think about Caitlyn Jenner, right? Went from a man to a woman. And the world accepted, some things started to change because of that transition. Do you think that it's easy for people to like you, to understand you because you are a hairdresser? Because I don't think everybody who is like, people don't get this there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate towards.
Absolutely, I totally agree, towards people who are different, just different, towards gay males, even towards cisgender women who are different. It's a lot of hate because they're uneducated. I mean, it's nobody's decision to be who they are but them. Also, too, when you think about it, people have to face many, many challenges. Many, many challenges. For example, let's say lack of employment, discrimination on jobs, just discrimination, just period, just because of their sexuality. I'm gonna give you an example. I was in a club in Atlanta a few years back, and I was with a trans girl who was early in her transition, and there were two lines. There were female and there were male. And of course she identified herself as a female, and we got all the way to the front of the line, and it was me, then it was her. And of course, when you go to the club, it's expensive, more for males, it's cheaper for females.
Yeah.
And the guy let me through. I paid through the female line, and then he got to her and was like, you go over here with the males. And she had to pay the male price, which is very embarrassing, and I think that it was just outrageous that someone even did it. She's identifying herself as a female.
Yeah.
Also, too, many people, as it relates to the transition, they do not get the proper documentation. Meaning, so sometimes they still have the same identification that shows, from the DMV that shows black male, whatever. So, and people, they will be like, just to make more money. Because it is a male, they will go back to the stream and say, we have to identify you with your ID says.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to get that stuff done. It's a lot. You have to go to proper procedure. You have to go to mental treatment, psychiatric treatment, all of those things to even just get the proper paperwork for someone to even say, that you've done all the necessary steps and the proper protocols to be able to identify yourself from one sex to another.
Everybody don't have the mental fortitude that you have. Everybody has not been exposed to the things that you've been exposed to that help build you to be the person that you are. Mentality wise, as a female, I have a mentality, like hustling, getting the job done. I have a mentality, but what is the mental and the mentality that you have to tap into, or that you have to even wake up and walk and like literally leave your house every day?
Honestly, what I can say, it all starts from love. You have to come from a background of love. The world is very, very, very cruel. Very cruel. So coming from a background of love, it helps, meaning you won't settle for anything. A lot of people who are stand in my position, who are different, who are gay, who are bisexual, who are trans, lesbian, a lot of them don't have the privilege to come from love. Families degrade you, they belittle you,
despise you.
They call you names, it kind of hardens your heart. Meaning I live in a world that my family has always accepted me. My mom has always, you're my child. No matter what you be, you're mine. I still love you. I have 5 brothers. They all call me their sisters. Their kids call me auntie. They instill that into them. So it's much easier for me to be able to walk in my purpose. Versus other people who have come from a background where people are so scared to be who they are. They have to live in fear, or they have to worry about people judging them. So they battle. Or they live in their purpose, but they hate people who are against them, or just people in general. If you're not from the same background of them or live in the same world, they do not. Like I have a lot of trans girls do not deal with cisgender women.
Cisgender women.
Yes, cisgender. You will be considered a cisgender woman. You know.
Because I'm a woman.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's just the proper term.
Proper term for it.
So if they have a lot of trans women that will hate the fact that me and you even are friends because it's like you're not trustworthy. You don't tell our business or despise us for who we are. You know, and many people would never respect me for my transition. You know, many people would never just respect me just for being who I am.
And you deal with that in real life.
I deal with that. I currently deal with it every day. Every day that I wake up, I deal with it. But you know, in my defense, it's not my issue. It's their issue. You know, and I don't care to actually, you know, battle with that because, you know, I need grace. You know, my grace is undeserving favor. Meaning the things that I have, I shouldn't have. So, you know, I just let that be.
You let it be. Is it hard being a woman, girl?
Of course it's hard. It's hard and it's expensive.
It's expensive, right? So I can only imagine. Let me tell you, B is my friend. So if we go somewhere, I'm like, come here, the first thing she's going to say, I gotta get my makeup done. I'm like, girl, come on here. No, I can't be seen. My makeup gotta be done. This gotta be done. Everything gotta be just so right. So I can imagine that it's harder for her. You know, why is that? Why are you so like on it like that?
So let me touch on that. I've been getting my makeup professionally done since I was 18. Having a professional makeup artist actually made me make the decision to finally transition. Makeup is sentimental to me, it's dear to my heart because it makes me feel beautiful. Of course, it enhances my beauty, and also it gives me the courage to stand on side of a cisgender woman,
another woman,
and be complete.
I like that.
So for me, it's like it's a must-have, especially when I'm out to big events in public and all those things. It's a confidence level for me. Not that, in fact, that I need it, but it definitely gives me the extra confidence, you know, that I can walk in. That's why I love to get my makeup done.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I've been getting it professionally done forever. I've never had nobody like play in my face, amateur artist, you know, should I say. I've always had professional celebrity artists that has always touched my face and made me feel beautiful, look beautiful, and enhance my beauty. So it's something that I've been introduced to pre-transition to the day I die.
Love it. You know, we love it. I'm here for it every single time. Let me ask you this, B. Do you have any boundaries? You know, a lot of times, coming into 2022 now, a lot of straight men are maybe in a closet or down low because all we've seen them is straight. I'm trying to choose my words very careful, you know, because all we see them as is straight. Like you said, did you have a choice to be straight or gay? You know what I mean? It's like, that's what we see. That's what we know. That's what they've always been, right? So here in 2022, you have a lot of men that are straight and have families, but maybe like to dibble and dabble when it comes to straight men, because we know you're grown. We know you're going to do what you want to do. We know people cheat. We know men cheat. We know women cheat. We know they lie. We know they do all these different things. But knowing that a man has a woman and a kid, is that a boundary for you?
What you mean by that? Like, do I still deal with men that has a family or you know, those things? I don't deal with married men anymore. I made a vow to not deal with married men. But I wouldn't say, I mean, you say straight, right? I believe that there are a lot of men that are bisexual, you know, and they are afraid to admit that because of the exposed hate, the judging, you know, all of the public
scrutiny,
humiliation, all that kind of stuff like that.
Microscopic.
Yeah, but I don't think that. I think that again, touch back on the lack of knowledge that people have about it, because I don't see what's the issue with men. My opinion, and not because of my sexuality, I don't see what's the issue with men being bisexual, right? I mean, you're a woman. Many people praise women on women, right? Mm-hmm. They adore that. You know, it's every man's dream to have two women and sister wives and all these things. But when it's the male, it's the big issue. Mm-hmm. It's in fact the same thing. But
even though it's praised, it's still considered not right. it's still considered not normal.
Well, not from the male on male perspective.
On both perspectives, on women, it's still both of them are still wrong.
You got from people's opinion that may say that it's wrong, but people love it. Like it's more accepted. Women on women is more accepted versus
male on male.
Male on male. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Also, too, it's a man discretion to deal with the same sex if he wants to deal with it or if he's turned on by it. You know, many people be like, they should disclose that. Okay, well, when they disclose it, then it's an issue.
Yeah.
They get to call, harsh names, all of those things. Every time they're in an argument, they get, it just keep reliving that hurt. So, my opinion is they do have a lot of men that are bisexual. I wouldn't say DL because, they are
There's
bisexual.
There's no reason to be down low if you're bisexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are bisexual, but they can't treat themselves because of all of the extraness that comes with it.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have a boundary for men in relationships, or because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you single.
I'm in a relationship. I've been in 3 relationships my entire life, and I've always had my own relationships. So again, I come from a background of love. As it relates to my family, my dad accepted me, loving me, never raising his voice at me, so I don't accept that type of treatment. My first relationship I was with, I was 16 years old. I was with him for 6 years prior to him being incarcerated, and he received a 15-year sentence. So I've never really had to hide when it comes down to a man. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of different from me. Would communicate with men prior to me getting in a relationship from time to time. Just communication. Nothing too much. The fact that they have a family, because it's never my desire to tear another woman down or to, in fact, expose a man or even get caught dealing with a man. Mm-hmm. I'm a woman before anything. I understand that hurts. I understand that people feel that they have been betrayed. But if it becomes more accepted and the terms will change as it relates to someone being openly with who they are, that society would get a better feel of men being who they are.
Gotcha. Okay. Do the girls have to worry about you, B? Should the girls be worried about sister? What you call? What are we? The sister. What is it called again? The sister. What you
cisgender.
Cisgender. Do the cisgenders have to be worried about Brandi J?
Well, of course they should be worried.
Oh. Okay. Y'all better be worried.
I mean, I sit at the boy with the baddest of the baddest girls, so and to toot my own horn.
Toot your horn, sis. Beep.
It's never a man that I wanted I couldn't have. I can literally walk into a room and pick out my man.
Mm-hmm. That's a. Wait, hold up. Maybe I need to. What's your doctor name? Let me go see your doctor. Yeah, this is really her attitude. This is really how she is. She is a really extremely calm, and she can sit with the baddest of the baddest and pick out the, I'm a living witness. But, B, you came here specifically for something, and I want to jump into that. But before I jump into that, is there anything that you would like to say to any person that's transitioning, whether they are thinking about being transgender or somebody who just may be thinking that something isn't right with me? I don't know what it is just yet, but
if I can give any advice to anyone who's having an issue with making a decision or battling to transition, I would say, just be who you are, go with your inner feeling, just be you. You only get one life, and if you do it right, then that's all you need. Also, love on yourself. Many people, they downplay us, they say this, they harsh names, all of these things, Listen, nobody knows your story but you. Nobody knows how you feel underneath those clothes. Nobody knows how you feel with that haircut, or nobody knows how you feel with that hairstyle. Be you. If it's something that you want to be you. The world it's here. It's really, really big. It's a lot of technology. It's a lot of medicines. You can go through hormonal resources. I believe that does help with transition. I've never had any resources, but recently I found out there are resources that have helped some girls that I know with their transition. So it's a lot of resources out there. Again, I didn't have that opportunity. All of my procedures come from hard work. Come from me grinding, being a hairstylist, being a serial entrepreneur. Calling a doctor, getting the price, and paying the price. But It just needs to be what it needs to be, you know?
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. So we're gonna jump into one of the reasons here. You know, tell the people a little bit of why we're here. I'm gonna let you go ahead on and do this, you know, because this is your
So
story.
the reason why we're here, approximately about a week ago, maybe a week and like 2 days ago, however, there was a sex video released by someone. There were 2 videos actually released by a woman who she saw it in a guy's phone, and she sent it out, and it got all over the media. And the other video was sent to, it was by a former staff that used to work with me at the restaurant, and he must have went into the business phone and sent it to himself and sent it out to a few people after he got into an altercation with another staff a few months prior to releasing. So when the first video was released, I guess, you know, they were like, okay, let's go ahead on and release this because they had already had it. It had already been released. It just never had hit the internet, you know. So that's the reason why we're here, to discuss those details. No, I didn't. It wasn't a publicity stunt.
Because people are saying you leaked your own videos.
Listen, I don't have to release the publicity stunt. You guys know I was the topic of discussion for days, for weeks, actually, probably still is. Probably until the day I die, people are still hold that against me or, you know, bring up that or whatever. I do believe that all publicity is good publicity, so it never bothered me, not one single time. I never got offensive. I actually laughed the entire time, and I found it, you know, just more publicity. You know, if you don't know who I am, then you're gonna know. However, and actually, it just was a reality check, because everyone who actually in fact shared the video, they basically just watched gay porn. Mm-hmm. You know, so many people who be like, oh, I'm not gay, or I'm not concerned, you know, because I'm comfortable with that. That's what we do. You know, so people who are not, or people who are considered quote unquote straight, those who even partake in viewing it or even sharing it, you know, you just watch gay porn. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it says a lot about yourself. Because if you're not gay, or you're not into negativity, or in the business of trying to embarrass or humiliate someone, you know, it would have put a stop to it from the beginning. But it only just made me more famous, more popular, and, you know, it definitely brought the boys to the yard. You know?
Ooh, her milkshake brought all the boys to the yard, and damn right. That's cute. Can you share a little bit with us the video 1 versus video 2? So I know you said a girl leaked one of the videos that she found in the guy's phone. Was this her boyfriend?
I'm not sure if it was her boyfriend. I haven't really got the facts or details on that. Quite frankly, I'm not really concerned, you know, about that. You know, they have to deal with that. But it was released by a woman, you know, who saw the video in a guy's phone. Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? You said you laughed at it, but let's take it back a little bit, because we are human, and you are a teddy bear, first of all.
Listen, actually, I really felt good about it. You know, I wasn't embarrassed about it. I wasn't ashamed about it. I mean, we all have sex, right? Don't you have sex?
A lot.
Have you ever made a video before in your life? Be honest. Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So of course. I mean, it's unfortunate that my privacy was invaded, but I mean, we all are human.
Yeah.
Again, you know, we all have I mean, this is the reason why we're here, because our parents had sex, right? So it's nothing to be shamed or embarrassed of. You know, and actually my alter ego is to be a stripper, so I don't have a problem with people seeing me naked or seeing my body parts. You know, I'm not ashamed of that.
I mean, every time you FaceTime me, I see it's like, really?
Yeah. So I mean, people who really truly know me know that that's no tea for me. You know, and then people, another thing too. Let me touch on that. When you own up to something and something happens and you take accountability, it's no longer tea.
Yep.
You know, it's tea for people who don't own up to it and stuff like that. So I own up to anything that I do. You know, I don't have no reason to, you know, not own up to anything and not admit to or not be like or be embarrassed. I mean, it's me. It's who I am. So you can never use anything that I've chosen to do in my life while I'm here on God's green earth as a instrument to embarrass us. Where your confidence comes in, that's when it comes in believing who you are, and that's what comes in knowing that, you know, you have the power of your life, you know?
Yeah. One of the videos, someone said that you paid $4,500 for a threesome.
Well, first and foremost.
So I'm like, when I heard that, it was like before I could even see a video of anything, I was just like, oh, that ain't true, because my friend ain't paying no when it's all around the corner, you know?
First and foremost, I would never pay $45 for any type of sexual activity. Furthermore, men are complimentary on my end, you know, so, I mean, that sums it up. I would never, ever, you know, ever.
So that's a lie.
Yeah.
So just to put that rumor to bed,
Yeah,
there was no payment, you know?
And the fact that I wouldn't even call it a threesome, you know? It was just oral sex being given to, you know, me and someone else.
On that topic, I want to ask you this. This may be, you know, personal and deep, but I just really want to know this. This is my question. I didn't realize that you, like being a woman, would enjoy oral sex with a penis.
Well, I don't really enjoy it. You understand what I'm saying? I have partaken in it from time to time, but I don't really enjoy it. But even with me physically being a woman, would still in fact having the body parts, you know, with at birth. I mean, of course, it's all pleasure. You know, so.
Okay, yeah, that was my question. That literally was my question, because
so
I'm like, I don't know, I didn't think she feel, I didn't think you liked that part of you. So
meaning that it's not a preference that I would choose to, you know, it's not my number one go-to preference. But if in fact that it happened, of course, it's all pleasure.
It's all pleasure. Okay, you know, the people have been talking about this video. They've been sharing this video. Baby, it was a whole 18,000 people live on the Key Carroll show. You know, Key wanted to make sure he got the business clear. You know, like this was a trending topic.
Yeah.
You know, you are very classy because you put it to bed, you know, in a classy way. But is there anything else that you want people to know, or you want, you know, to end, or, you know, whatever the case may be regarding this situation? Because in reality, the video ain't gone. We probably ain't seeing it right now, but it's not gone. And I know you don't care because they brought the boys to the yard, so bring the boys on a global level, huh?
I used somebody's phone today, and it was telling me to look for some pictures, and I was looking for the pictures, and I ran across my videos in the gallery log. Of course, the video is not going. Of course, it may be around forever. However, only thing I have to say is that those who thought that they were setting it out to embarrass or humiliate, it only promoted me more. It also lit a fire inside of me to hurry up and complete projects that I'm already completing of, that I'm already in the process of working on to get it completed, to actually make more money off the people who want to know. Again, like I always say, many people love to be entertained instead of educated. I would never entertain clown. You know, if anything, I'm here to educate you. If I can share something to any of the women out there, if you go through someone's phone and you see something, please don't send it out. You're only harming yourself. Yeah. You know, especially. But I guess it was big because I have such a huge platform as it relates to my entrepreneurship, being a hairstylist, being a salon owner, being a restaurant and bar owner, being a property investment owner, you know, and all of my other side hustles that I've turned into, you know, business endeavors along the way. It only just promoted me, you know, it just made, and also too, releasing a sex video just made more men who's interested in the things that were happening in the videos, you know, reach out to me, you know. So, I mean, that's just basically it. But I mean, me and my man is still, it's just maybe more, you know, more popular, you know. And of course, people pass their opinions, and I'm not concerned about that. You know, many people have opinions, but a lot of people that have opinions, they have more opinions than dollars, you know. So, you know. So
if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Was this a moment? Were you gonna pull a Kim Kardashian and Ray J moment with this? Or are you still thinking about it?
I actually have several videos. I mean, I'm glad that those videos didn't get out. And I also have videos with people who have such huge platforms, even huger platforms than me. You know, because usually most of the guys in my prior, that they have a lot more than me. So if I wanted to pull off a Kim Kardashian and Ray J, I can definitely leak those videos of people who are way
of a caliber.
Yes.
Because these weren't, these were low caliber. You know, this was fun. This was fun.
Regular, normal people. But I do protect those people, you know, guard dear to my heart and release.
By you.
By me, it would be, you know, a video that will make me some millions of dollars.
Okay, my girl is about her coin.
Yes.
Did you learn to not record yourself anymore, or are you still gonna record?
Listen, I'm gonna record myself again. I will do the same thing again and over again. I have no shame in my game. I mean, let me know when I've committed a crime.
So she told y'all the camera is rolling. Okay, you got to know. You gotta know the camera rolling.
I've actually, me and my boyfriend made a video right afterwards. You know.
You know, the people tried to destroy you. They said all of these different
They
things.
see that video. Oh my God.
Oh, you know, they might want to see that one, Peter. You know what? People might be looking for some stuff for you, my girl. You might have another hustle. You know, you turn nothing to something.
Yes, God. Always gonna make something out of it.
Yes. So you are in a process of a book.
Yes. I'm currently writing my book. It's called Life is Transparency, Trans and Capitalized by Brandi J. It's telling my whole life story as it relates to my childhood, as it relates to business, my sexuality, my personal relations, things that I've encountered, life experiences that I have encountered, like I've been shot at before, dealing with, men who aren't ready to truly be themselves, all of the things that I've occurred as far. So,
is that only from your gender perspective, or is this from the perspective of your life in turn? Because I know there's a lot of things you've talked about that you're not ashamed of.
It's from gender, from just life, it's just it's a well-rounded book, but it's just my truth. It's everything that if you want to know about me, I'm the only person that can tell it to you. So it's just everything. A lot of questions that are unanswered, that many people that would like to ask me, or they ask me on a regular that I haven't disclosed. It's a lot of things, even pertaining to my future, even pertaining to personal relationships that I've dealt with, like I was this wife for me, all of those things. I truly have a story, and I'm putting the ink on paper and definitely getting into production and, get it out there so people can read. It's a must read, and potentially generate a ton of revenue.
Okay, this leaked video situation, will this be in your book as with details?
Yes, it will be full details. Yes.
Full details?
Full details.
Okay, so this book that you're writing is a tell-all. It's a tell-all, or it's more of a autobiography?
Again, I'm not exposing anything. I'm just telling, exactly what happened, as it relates to that part of it, but just expressing my life, everything that I've been through, everything that I still face, all of these things, just everything about me,
You've told me some stories. And so every time we talk about this book, I get so jittery, because it's like the stories you've told me, are you putting that in a book? How are we going to disclose this without saying the name? But it just makes that creative way of saying that, not having to tell a story and not having to use a person's name, but the actual situation, because people want to know. People are nosy. They want to be in your business.
People are very nosy. People do want to know. But again, I'm never in the business of exposing anyone. So writing this book, it has become very creative to get around, the actual professions, all of those things, the encounters that I've had.
Okay. For an exclusive, maybe nobody know this, but I want to see how, how much you really got. Within your span, right? Mm-hmm. Because you real good at telling girls, baby, because I didn't have more money than you can think of, and I didn't have this moment, so in your span, give us a couple of professions that you have dealt with.
What you mean,
doctor, lawyer, engineer?
I've dealt with doctors, I've dealt with lawyers, I've dealt with engineers, I've dealt with rappers, I've dealt with baseball players, all of those things.
Yeah, so you might want to cop that book. Yeah. When can we expect it?
We should expect it no later than fall 2022.
Fall 2022. I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to everything that you have to offer. Like you said, you have this restaurant, Traffic. Mm-hmm. Can you give us the address? Can you give us the social media?
Traffic Kitchen and Cocktails is located at East Boulevard, Suite 103A, New Orleans, Louisiana, 70127. The Instagram is Traffic with a K, TRAFFIK_NOLA. I also own Bedazzle Hair Studio, which is a full-service upscale beauty salon located at 8700 Lake Forest Boulevard, New Orleans, Louisiana, 70127. Suite 103B, which is equipped with 15 hairstylists and 2 makeup artists to service all of your beauty and hair needs. And also I own Bedazzle Investments LLC, and also I own Nola Barber Lab LLC. And my most recent business is Crescent City Restorative Care, which I'm working on home health care agency.
Jesus, they got to follow all of that? Yeah. Oh my God, we got a lot that we're going to have to put on the screen. We're going to have it on the screen for you guys. So, I mean, geez, that's a lot. I'm proud of you, B. Is there anything that you want to get off your chest? Anything that you want to say? Any advice? Any encouragement? Any whatever, that you would want to say?
Only thing I can say is that I've been under attack lately, and I know that God is getting ready to do some amazing things. Usually when I get under attack like this, God is getting ready to do, just some magnificent things in terms of, just aligning things and order my steps. Only thing I can just put out there and say is that, just be happy for people. Be happy for people. Because a lot of attacks that come from personal, as an envious and jealousy standpoint. Just be happy for people, because I know I'm always happy for someone, because that means God is in my neighborhood. Yeah. Or also to learn from people. Stop trying to be entertained with bullshit, and let's try to be educated so you can learn to be the next successful adult. The next successful business owner. All of these things. That's the only thing I would, just any advice that I would give. And just never stop branding. And those two people who have been had their privacy invaded, or people try to tarnish their name, or demoralize their character, take that shit and stand on it. Make some money with it, take it and stand on it. You hold your head high and make sure that your crown is secured.
Oh. I don't think we gotta go no further than that, Thank you, B.
Thank you.
I love you. I appreciate you, 1,000%. Like, this lady really is a hustler. How old are you? Tell people how old you are.
I'm 30. I just turned 30 in March.
Just turned 30 in March. How many houses have you built?
Oh my God. I've only built one house. But I've had multiple homes. I bought my first home at 25. But I've been a business owner since I was 21 years old. I've had 3 salons prior to all of my other businesses. My other most recent business come within the last 2 years. But I've been a salon owner since I was 21 years old. I've had 3 salons. And of course, I haven't always had, good runs. I've had some failures. I've had some ups and downs. But I never stopped going, I never stopped going. And, being broke is hard. Being rich is hard.
Pick your heart.
Just pick your heart.
Pick your heart. This is my know-it-all. We fuss all the time. You have some other things that you were thinking about doing, like money meetings with Brandi J. Why money meetings with Brandi J? Why do you feel like you're equipped to teach people about money and talk about money? You
Because I want to start money meetings with Brandi J, and I'm going to start it actually real soon, because I eat, sleep, and breathe money. No matter what the situation is, I'm going to think about making money. I always say, money is not everything, but can I ask you a question?
What is?
What can you do without it?
Oh, come on, nothing.
Nothing.
So,
of course, I'm going to always find a way to be able to make money out of something. From my bed, from behind the chair, from in the kitchen, from behind a bar, from a text message, from an email, from a general meeting conversation, from a general interview. Some kind of way I'm going to make money.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Of course, we know things are very expensive. I mean, you can't pick up your cell phone without paying that bill. You cannot start that car without putting gas in it, let alone paying the car note. You actually can't keep the value on it or keep it, running. If something happens, you didn't pay insurance on it. However, you can't click the light switch on. You can't even have a roof over your head. Everything requires a dollar bill, and I never met a dollar bill I didn't like. Never.
I like that. I'm going to start using that. I've never met a dollar bill I didn't like. So when I tell it to you, you know what I'm talking about. I ain't never met a dollar bill I ain't like, and I especially like the one with the 2 zeros on the end. Right? Even when Yes. Before we wrap up, B, tell the truth. Is the girls jealous?
Well, I don't really like to use that word, but of course it's been given very jealousy lately.
Very jealous?
But I don't care to use that word, because I'm not a person to be jealous of. Because I'm gonna tell you why. You know, I'm gonna always keep going and keep going. So you know, like I'm one that you no need to be jealous of me. And then of course I'm one that's gonna always drop jewels. I'm one that always tell you how to get it. You know, I'm one that's gonna be honest. So it's in fact no need to ever be jealous of me. If you're jealous of me, you just might as well go ahead and kill yourself because it's never gonna stop. There's a fire inside of me that not even an extinguisher can put out.
Ooh. You really dropping this? I'm gonna put this on the shirt. I'm this going on my shirt. This is my shirt. You're not making money off of this shirt. This is my shirt. You on my interview on my set. I'm taking over this.
Yeah,
I got a fire in me that not even an extinguisher could put out. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a hustler. I'm a natural born hustler. And again, like I stated before, my hustle comes from survival. So when you have to survive, baby, you gonna put it to work. So you know, it's no tea, it's no laugh. I could be broke today, rich tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? Down today, up tomorrow. I'm gonna always land on my feet. So you know, these type of people like me that fit in my category, it's no need to be jealous of. You understand? And then of course, I'm always taking the hit of the game. You know, so I'm not. It's no need to.
Yeah, I love it. She's all of that. She really is. This is really truly her. I love you and I appreciate you. I thank you so much for, you know, being a part of my platform and bringing me into your world as well. Make sure you guys check out Traffic Nola for Taco Tuesday. It's my favorite. I like the fried fish soft tacos and I like some pico on it and that extra sauce that she be putting on it. I like the fried fish tacos. My husband get the chicken hard tacos. They are really good, you know. And on Sundays, they have brunch with unlimited mimosas and Sunday night shakedown. You know, and NOLA, the girls love to shake. So make sure y'all come to Traffic and support my girl. Make sure y'all buy the book, pre-orders. I'm trying to see if we're doing pre-orders or not. I don't know. Are we doing pre-orders or not? Okay, we're gonna do some pre-orders for this book. You guys want this book, you wanna see it. I got some juice already and you don't understand how tight, you know. But wait, Keith said it. Loose lips sink ships, what do you say? How you say it? Loose lips sink chips. I wanna say so much right now about this book, but I'm gonna hold it in with the Shatara Experience. And until next time, bye. Hey guys, it's your girl Shatara Diggs with the Shatara Experience. Be sure to keep up with me simply by downloading the BAM Network app in your app store or download BAM Network on your Roku TV or your Amazon Fire TV. See you soon.